Democratic strategist Kelly Hyman and attorney and Republican strategist Erin Elmore. Welcome, folks.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so Kelly, first to you. Does this rise to actual terrorism and potential life in prison, or is that an overreaction?
Well, first off, when we say to people that are struggling with this virus and have friends and families that have been affected by it, my heart goes out to you, because this is very difficult and stressful times. You know, it's understandable that people are very concerned if someone intentionally gives them, this virus that knows that they can give it to them, that there should be some kind of penalty, for that. But the level of crime of what you're talking about, then ultimately that would be something that the jury would have to determine and see if that's the case.
Right. So, Erin, as a SEAL overseas in Iraq and stuff like that, we were worried about biological warfare. I mean, look, biological warfare goes back to the Dark Ages when they used to fling cattle with diseased cattle into enemy territory. I mean, this is something that has been long since considered a crime and an act of war. So do you think this is the right move?
I think legally speaking, as an attorney, it would be pretty hard to prove intent. So I think that would be the element of the crime, if you will, that would probably be the most difficult for the prosecutor. Having said that, it's all about judicial resources, correct? So is it worth it for federal prosecutors to be taking this on? I understand that this disease is very serious and it's really impacting everyone's life in one way or another, whether financially or emotionally, spiritually, or health-wise. Having said that, it's a tough call to make whether or not this should be considered a crime and judicial resources should be allocated for this. There's other ways that those resources should be used and other crimes that should be prosecuted. Yeah,
but Kelly, you have spitting on someone can be felony assault. So what is why? I mean, personally, I'm for this. Look, if you have coronavirus and you're going around licking stuff on shelves, like we saw that one video of that one guy, or if you're intentionally going to infect people, you have a real problem in your head. So I think it's totally fine. But if they're pushing this, what is the ability for the judicial? I would even say for the police, like they just arrest them, throw them in jail, and we charge them when the courts reopen, or how's that work?
Yeah, that's a very good point. And what Erin made a very good point about intent. You have to really think about it. Is that what their intent is? And also, you have to prove, how are you going to, prove the causation that person had in fact the virus and they gave it to you? So, that might be, difficult as well. And I think you bring up a good point. So how does a person know? The person doesn't know right then and there that the person, gave them the virus. Or say, if someone's at work and one of the coworkers, gets the virus, how do you know it's that coworker that gave you the virus? But there should be some kind of protection for people that people intentionally want to, harm other people. That's not right. That's definitely, something that needs to be dealt with and handled.
Right. And Erin, going to you on this, taking the legal side a little bit out of it and putting it on the sidelines, you have some blue check marks on social media who are out there saying, hey, if you get the coronavirus, make sure you go hug a bunch of Trump supporters. I mean, how should we deal with that as a society?
I mean, that speaks more to the person with a blue check mark than it does to the rest of us as a society. That is terrible. That is very upsetting, and there should be repercussions for that conduct. I mean, of course, we believe in free speech.
You think criminal?
But, well, I mean,
fire in a crowded theater.
Free speech. Correct. There are exceptions to free speech. You're absolutely right. It's disgusting. It's reprehensible. It's completely unacceptable. Perhaps let's take it out of the legal system and let society handle those people. Because if you're going to say that because someone supports President Trump, they are deserved of this disease, there's something, as you said, very wrong with you.
Kelly, what do you say?
I don't believe that anyone wants anyone, to be harmed. But we have to think about, we have someone in office who degrades women, who says that he's going to grab them by what. And we have this nonpartisan
talking about.
You're really going to go there?
I know. And Trump doesn't have any Democrats there. He is dividing our country. He's not uniting our country or bringing our country together.
We're talking about the coronavirus, and you're bringing up Access Hollywood tapes from 20 years ago. But I guess that's where we're going.
I'm also talking about the fact that he didn't have any Democrats there when this was a bipartisan bill. This is time to unite our country.
What we should be doing right now.
Hold on one sec. Let Kelly finish.
Right now, to talk about that is pretty pathetic and low.
Yeah, well, so, I mean, look, this is obviously an ongoing debate, and the fact is I don't really care if you're Republican or Democrat. If you have a better idea than what is currently there, bring it on. I think that's the problem. And what we have is, Kelly, I kind of want to hit you on this, is that you just brought up a 20-year-old Access Hollywood tape. When we're trying to solve the problem of criminality, of people wanting to spread this virus and, and the social impact of it, how do we move past that? I want to move past all that.
I absolutely agree. We should unite, but I'm trying to say that we have a president in office that's not uniting our country. We had a bipartisan bill. We wanted to bring this country together to help these people that has been harmed. And when President Trump signed the bill, was there anyone Democratic there? No, he was unhappy that there was a compromise in the bill. And so we need someone that's going to unite our country and not divide our country. What I'm saying is that he is fulfilling people with hate and enabling people and not uniting our country by not having
I think he's done more for this country in that bill. He was upset about the fact that they wanted to ram, abortion and emission on the airlines in there than anything else. Kelly, Erin, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Carl.
All right, your latest headlines are